Hello lovely people, I'm Debs. Welcome back to my channel, The Creative Book Shack. I am still doing the hashtag JJ3 under 30 challenge that's hosted by Margaret at Seven Plaza and Toni at Crafty with Toni. I am going to do today, I thought, altered playing cards. What do you reckon? When I do my altered playing cards, I like to leave the top left-hand corner blank so you can see a number, basically so you can see it's a playing card, because any of us can cut out the shape of a playing card and cover it up. But I also like to use them for journaling spots. So I have with me today 1, 2, 3 playing cards. They're quite old. They're part of a partial pack that my mum thought I would like. She was right, I did. What else have I got? I've got some papers. This is really cheap, thin paper. I've got some other papers here. Just a few pieces that I hooked out that I thought I might like. I have got a stamp set and some ink. I've got 1, 2 different types of glue. I've got a grumpy old grandma sticker. This is me. I've cut out, well, die cut, a picture frame. I've got pen, I've got corner rounders, I've got a dauber for the ink, I've got scissors. I sort of think I'm ready-ish. I'm hoping the light's not going to be quite as bad as yesterday. It was on and off sunny yesterday. I should have shut the curtains, but I didn't. Anyway, let us stop watching YouTube videos and let us find my clock. We'll just get started. Go. 30 minutes. Off we go. I am going to start with this piece of paper, which is going to back all of my cards so I can journal on them. I am just sticking these all on the back first thing. They just fit. I've smushed these. This is old Let's Soak Up the Ink that I've smushed. That's why actually I work on a glass mat, because I like to spray some water on the inks or the watercolor pens that I'm using and just soak up what I have smeared everywhere. So we will stick those on there. They shouldn't take long to dry. I'm going to use the big scissors to cut them. I'm going to do it while it's not dry, because we are 3 under 30ing and I keep running out of time. So beating off those corners. This pack of cards Mum gave me, I think there were about 43 in them. But You can't throw them out, can you? Not when you can do something with them. Oops, there we go. And I really like altered playing cards, but unless I use them as a journal card, I really didn't know what to do with them. So I tend to use them as journal cards now, and then I just stuff them in pockets or stick a loop round them. Right, let's get that lot just out of the way here, and I'm going to ink all of those edges. Sometimes I put lines on them, sometimes I don't. My writing is much smaller than the lines, so I can get more on them if I don't put the lines on. See, these don't quite fit. Doesn't really matter. You could always sandpaper it down a bit, I suppose. One, two, three backs of journaling cards done. Now, the first one I'm going to do, I think I am going to do one that looks a bit... We'll have... I've got bees in my garden. I have deliberately grown stuff that will attract bees in my garden. So this one is going to have some bees on it. Where's my... Oh, let's just use this as a bit of glue stroke grunge paper, because otherwise everything will stick to everything else, and that is bad and wrong. And covering that with glue, I am going up to there with my paper. Then, glue or no glue, I'm cutting this off. That is my background. It will need inking because I like everything inked. I am using ground espresso. Oops, went a bit over the top on that one. Now it's a mess. Oh well, it'll have to stay a mess. Here, I have here's ones I stamped earlier. Probably should have cut them out earlier as well, but I didn't, and so I'm going to have to do them now. We will have 1x ink pot and one times B that I've just cut the wing off. Right. I'm going to cut these out as close as possible because I like them without the white bits. I really should have done this earlier, especially on a 3 before 30 challenge. But actually, once we've done this, it shouldn't take too long. And the others, don't know, the others shouldn't take too long either. I'm not going to bother inking these. Oh, look. I should probably just have drawn the antennae on afterwards, but I've started now, so I'll finish. So here almost is my bee. Almost, she says. It's not really almost at all, is it? Got the tail end of a summer cold. One bee. Yes, I do want these. I was toying with the idea of, oh, let's not bother. But yes, I do want them. I want them. So let's have them. I mean, they don't have to be brilliantly cut out. Look at those scissors go. I've still got something to cut out on another one as well. I really should have thought about this. I tried to do quite a lot of prep for this one. But there we go. I've still got, what is it today? It's Thursday today. And my day has gone horribly wrong. I had a fair bit to do and I had it all planned out. So we've been chopping down this hedge in the garden, which is enormous and really has to be reduced from its 10-foot height to about 4 foot. So we loaded a load of stuff into garden bags to take it to the dump. Then my husband wanted to go to B&Q to purchase some bolts that he needs. So we did that, and I was very much on time. I'm seeing a friend for lunch. I was meant to be seeing him at 4. And so I had a few hours, like 4 hours, before I had to leave, between coming home from doing our dump run and shop run and going to meet my friend for lunch. I'm just about to start doing this when a guy doing a survey for the Office of National Statistics turns up and insists that we do this survey for him, which is great, but he swears to me it's only going to take 20 minutes, and of course it doesn't. Right, we're done with that. That is going to go on there like that. I'm just using the glue thing. And then my friend says the reason he wanted to meet for lunch at 4 is because he actually manages a nightclub. And so his lunch is a very early evening meal for me. I am going to put that there. Anyway, he then texts me and says, can we meet at 3? So having had what I thought was 4 hours to do the videos, because there's a couple of them that I need to do, and the other bits and pieces that I need to do, this is now reduced to 2. So now I'm in a rush. And I don't like to rush. Micron pen. I'm going round the edges with this. Ooh, the weather's just turned. It's absolutely chucking it down outside. I'm gonna, if I go over those, it won't look so much like I haven't cut them out. We're going round here. We're going round there. We're going to go round this. It's chucking it down and blowing a gale, and things are blowing off my shelves. I'm going to have to shut the window. Wow, it's suddenly turned very autumnal, which is great because I love autumn. This is taking far too long. Go over these. will go round there. The only other thing, stuck it to the paper. The only other thing I intend to do with this is, I've knocked the camera, sorry. I need some paints, watercolours. I should smush it, but I'm not going to. We will go for this one because it looks more honey-like. I think we shall just literally bung a load of water on there, like that. And then we shall go splash, 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 splash. Let's put a few dollops on there as well. Right, that's number one. Paints are going away. The paints are going over there in the corner. When I yell, where's the paints? They're over there in the corner. We'll turn that over. The second one is just going to be grunge. I quite like this as the base. We shall glue all around there. We shall stick that. Oh, can't quite see the end of the queue. Stick that on there like that. We will then use the bigger scissors to cut round there. I'm going to layer this one a bit more. More layering, more ink. Round the edges. Quite like this ledger stuff. I wish I could write like that. And get some ledger paper, coffee dye, and do your own. That would be fun, wouldn't it? What else do I have here? I have a bit of this and a bit of this. Dear Father, September the 26th, 94. I'm going to rip that. I'm going to save that top bit for later because I like that top bit. Ink, ink, ink. Do you know I end up with as much ink on me as I do on the papers? Right, we're halfway through, roughly. That is going to go there. Apparently it's all about the stock market fraud. Rip, rip, rip. I do like tatty edges. You know, tatty edges are really good for me because I can't cut in a straight line. And I don't think there's anything worse than something that is very slightly not straight. Do it asymmetrical and it looks great. But when it's just a bit off center, it annoys me. Not when anybody else does it, but when I do it, because I can see it. Every time I look at it, I think, you're at 183 degrees. That's annoying. Right, that can go there. I am then going to get some stamps. I am going to put... I'd like to say I'm not normally this messy, because within a couple of minutes of me starting these things, there is a mess everywhere. But if I'm going to be honest, I think I probably am this messy most of the time. But it just looks to me as if something has exploded on my desk. Often, within minutes of me starting, it looks like something has exploded on my desk. Everything now, is this damp? No. Let's make this nice flannel damp and just clean. Look. I did that. Right, where have the stamps gone? Did I put them back? Oh no, it's there, look. That one, it goes on there. That one goes down there. Right, they're sorted. Let's get those out of the way. What else do we have for this? I've got some bits. I'm going to have that sticking out the bottom. I'm going to have that sticking out the bottom down there. That one I'm going to have, what have I got here? What's this? Oh, this is the end of a filter coffee thing. Should we put that on there? Why not? Why not? So, I think I might put that like that. I don't know if I like this one. Do I like this one? Do you like this one? Maybe this one needs to be beaten up. It's just a little bit too new and shiny. Do I prefer it like, yeah, I definitely prefer it like that. Maybe there. Right. I think I know what I'm doing. I wish that to go there. Over the top of it. I wish that to go there. It's not going to stick. It is going to stick. Then I'm going to take this. These were stamped by, well, this was stamped. And I am going to stick that there. I am going to take this coffee dyed paper, which shouldn't take an awful lot to stick. I am going to put it there like that. I am going to take this label, which I want to stick up, so it needs to be glued along the bottom, and then I want that to stick up. And then, shall we say that's done? Or shall we just quickly put a nice splodge of coffee just there, and maybe a bit down there, and maybe a bit there. Now we're going to say it's done. Okay, altered playing card number 2. I have 7 minutes left. Altered playing card number 3. In here, I have some cheapo paper that I think looks like old-fashioned wallpaper, and I think I want a bit with a little bit of colour on it, but not a lot. So we'll tear that off. We will plonk that over there like that. Where's the glue stick? 6.5 minutes to go. Glue stick. Paper. Because I keep cutting things when the glue isn't dry, I keep getting bits of paper stuck to my scissors. I really need to give these a good clean. Right, you lot can all move out of the way. Dobber, not the sander. Dobber. Five minutes left. Small scissors. Grumpy Grandma. Grumpy Grandma sticker. Anyone in the UK, if you've ever seen that programme, Waiting for God, where I think it's, what's her name? Stephanie something. The actress. She plays the stroppiest old woman in a care home, and I think she's fabulous. Right, let's take that off. Do you know what? I'm not going to be able to do that properly, so I'm actually going to cut it off there like that. We're going to go around here. Oops, I've cut half her glasses frame off. We're going to go around here. I can't remember where I got these Grumpy Grandma stickers from, but I really love them. I've got some old people paper as well, and I love that. I'm not going to be able to cut that off there, so she's just going to have a slightly dangly hat instead of a dangly hat with a tassel on it. I've got 3 minutes 45 left to go. I'm feeling okay about this one. Now, what have I done? There's my picture frame. I'm going to have her down the bottom. I am going to find yeah. I want her to have background. That'll do it. Right. Grumpy Grandma here is going to go on there like that. Then this is going to have a bit of ink without me ripping it, preferably. And a bit of glue. Like that. That is going to go over our Grumpy Grandma, and it's going to stick, she says confidently. Yes, like that. That wasn't the timer going off. Can I open this? Possibly. I'm going to spread a bit of this bronzy, waxy stuff. Don't even know what it's called. What is it called, out of interest? Metallic gilding polish. That's what it's called. Goodness knows where I got this from. But we are going to metallic gild some of the frame. We are going to get this and we are going to put it on there like that. We are going to have her at a bit of an angle. We have 45 seconds, so we're going to poke a hole in there that's much too big. Shouldn't have been that big. And I'm going to find a big brad, which I am going to put in there like that. Pen, there's the pen. More grunge. Ha! Just. Okay, that's the alarm going off. That means we've finished. That means I should put lids on things. And then what I am going to do is just... Where's my pin? That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder what I did with that. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find it at some point. I'm going to clear the decks and we are going to show you our three altered playing cards. One is just a grungy thing. Then we have our bee with a bit of gold on it. Don't know if you can see that. And then we have our grandma hanging on the wall, looking as miserable as sin. I quite like those. And then on the back, there's room for journaling. I will stick something over that. Let's do it before I forget. We'll just take a bit of that is left over. Give it a bit of a grunge. I wonder what I did do with the pin for this. There we go. Grungy Grandma, Honeybee, and whatever that is. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you like that. Please like and subscribe, and I will speak to you all very soon. Thanks to Margreth and to Toni, Margreth at Seven Plaza and Toni at Crafty by Toni, for this challenge, which I am just enjoying so much. Check out the other videos for the hashtag JJ330. There's some brilliant ideas. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.